This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Our congressional delegation, Senator Reed, Senator Heller, Congressman Amity, have been very supportive.
And the Sparks City Council is fully behind the idea, too. So Sparks is taking the first steps toward annexing federal land for something they have never had in that city before. And that project is our big story on Channel 2 News at 5:30. Good evening, everyone. I'm Wendy DeMonte. Kristen has the night off. Thank you for staying with us. Well, the Sparks City Council has taken its first step towards plans to build a cemetery in the Rail City, something they have never had. Okay, let's show you where on this pinpoint map. The proposed site would be just above and to the east of Wild Creek Golf Course. You see it right there off Whittakin Road. Aaron Breen joins us from that area tonight with the details. Aaron?
Well, Wendy, you know, the city of Sparks has been here for more than 100 years. There's still two things you can't do here. You can't be born here unless you're born with a midwife, because the only hospital here in Sparks doesn't even have a maternity ward. And you can't be buried here either, because they've never had a cemetery. But you know what? There are plans in the works right now to change that. A lot of Sparks residents love this city. How much? So much they want to stay here forever.
The city is over 100 years old now, and we certainly have had a long time, many long-time residents that have come to us, to our council members, and have said, you know, I'd like to be put to rest in my hometown. That was really what triggered some of this discussion a few years ago, and we've been working diligently through the process.
The process he's talking about is that of annexing federal land, 80 acres of it, north and east of the Wild Creek Golf Course, for a very special purpose.
In our case, for the purposes of a cemetery or open space or other recreational purposes if a cemetery doesn't materialize.
Mayberry says there is a long road ahead, but a unanimous vote by the city council in Sparks to move forward is the first step toward it.
This is a resolution that merely starts the process that could take anywhere from 2 years to 10 years or more for an actual federal land transfer. And then we would have to really go out and identify if there's a cemetery provider that would be willing to, in fact, put a cemetery on the designated land in the proposed federal transfers.
Now the process moves to Washington, D.C., where he says our congressional delegation will work on ushering it through. And if they are able to get this all pushed through, if it is developed into a cemetery, then they say that they would like to set at least part of it aside, designated for veterans. Covering the story, Aaron Breen, Channel 2 News.